My name is Marcia Whipple, and I drive bus 17 for Noblesville Schools. I just like driving my bus. Sometimes I'd rather drive my bus than drive my car. I love interacting with my students. Least favorite part is probably when that alarm goes off at 5:15 in the morning. It's also very hard when you lose students. They graduate to another bus level, go from middle school to high school, and you lose students that you really like and have a relationship with. That's very hard. But basically, I love my job. We are responsible for daily maintenance on our bus. We have to sweep them, clean the windows, we have to check the oil, fuel our own buses. We're responsible for just, daily, everyday maintenance. Making sure that we're on time. That's one of the easiest ways to get fired, is to constantly be on, not be on time, because we have to be. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is with the special needs buses, they cannot leave the bus lot without an aide. If one of the girls from the office or one of the mechanics or whatever have to ride on that bus, they cannot leave without an aide if it's special needs. With the elementary kids, this is a whole new, especially with kindergartners, this is a whole new experience. First time there. A lot of times it's first time they're somewhere that they're not with their parents, and they have to listen to another adult that is not their parent give them instructions both on the bus and in school. And many times in the afternoon, especially when they get out of school, they've sat all day in school, rather confined, and they have a mindset that it's playtime on the way home from school, and so you have to try to corral them and make sure that they understand that when you're asking them to stay in their seat and not be out in the aisle, it's for their protection, not just because you want to be the mean bus driver. It's for their protection. I love my job. People ask me, I will be 68 this year. People ask me if I'm going to retire, and I just look at them like they've lost their mind, because I love what I do, and I'll probably drive as long as I'm physically able to do so.
I would say my favorite part's the schedule, because it allows me to be with my kids as much as possible. I have 4 kids at Noblesville Schools, 3 in elementary and 1 at the high school. So I like that my husband gets them on the bus, and then I can do my morning route, go home and get all the things done at home that I need to. And then if they need to ride with me in the afternoon, they can. But it just works really well with their breaks and everything like that. So the schedule, I would say, is my favorite part. I would have to say my least favorite part is the cold, dark winter mornings. The biggest thing that happens behind the scenes would be the bus maintenance, as far as the drivers just keeping their buses clean, inside and out, fueling the buses, and then the mechanics obviously are a huge piece. They work extremely hard to make sure the buses are well maintained as far as mechanics go, and they work tirelessly. They're the first ones there in the morning and the last ones to leave, so I would say that is the piece that no one really sees. And then as far as drivers go, just our annual training that we do, and preparing our bus for inspection, which is just a more thorough cleaning and making sure all our safety pieces are here and intact. And then bus evacuation drills. Also, parents don't see that piece, but we do those twice a year with students. I would just say that I never anticipated liking the job of being a bus driver, and I think a lot of the drivers would say they never imagined being a driver, but there's a good camaraderie amongst the drivers, and it turns out to be a great part-time job, especially for retired people who just want to work some hours, and then also for people with school-age kids. It's a great job.
Interacting with the kids, a lot of great kids, and you get to kind of meet them and find some of their personality, so that's the fun part. Sub bus driver, literally you can drive a different route in the morning, a different route in the afternoon, do midday things. So it's a little challenging in that literally every day when you come in, you don't know what route you're going to be on and where you're going most of the time. You just get an assignment, go out to the bus, figure out the route sheets, and go. So that can be a challenge. Some routes are simple and some are kind of complicated. It's a great system, and it's a wonderful way to, for students to get safely home.